but if we move on to your connection strategies, how you go about connecting on LinkedIn, what you advise other people to do.
Yeah, I mean, mine is a simple strategy and I call it VAMP. Okay, so I start with a video, I follow with an audio, I follow with a piece of hard copy mail if I can, and I follow with a phone call. So in terms of the video, I would add a video to my connection request, actually with the connection request, so they see me and hear me straight away. Hi Tony, would be lovely to connect with you if you're open to it, and I'd like to introduce you to my LinkedIn community. Not I've stumbled on your profile like I was LinkedIn drunk. Why? How do people do that? Or I'm reaching out. It's common sense English language in a video, me talking to somebody, and that because you only get 360 characters, and but no one wants to read stuff, so they get a video, and if somebody sends me a connection request, then I'll always reply with a video. It takes a lot of time, but it pays dividends. And I prospect for those people as well. So I get a lot of incoming, but I'd go to the places that most people never think of. Alumni. If ever you do an alumni search, you get a mass of information that you can then you can then filter people. Events. If I go to an event, and I go to loads of events but don't go, if you see what I mean, then you get to see everyone else that's going. Like today's event. I mean, there's 4 or 5 people who are booked onto the LinkedIn event that are perfect for me, and I'm going to be approaching them. Not with a cold sell, but with a warm hi. I see you're on the call today. If you're open to connecting, and that's a phrase I use all the time. If you are open to, because then it bats it back to them, and the video gets me total success.
I was just going to say, for people who don't know how they would do that video side of things, what's your recommended way of doing that?
There are a couple of tools out there, but some of I tend to use Vidyard. You can use Loom. Loom is equally as good, because you can then make sure that it's quite easy then to put them into the connection request. What you don't want to do is send a connection request and then do a quick follow-up with a clunky video. You want it all in the one hit. And
otherwise you come across as the spammy salesperson that jumps on someone as soon as they've connected.
Exactly. But again, it's people who are commenting on my posts, people who have already built a relationship with me, people who are already connections of me. I will then go back and I will then talk to, by doing that cluster arrangement that I talked about earlier, like the audit and the saving of the URL, just makes life easier. Simple things add up to something that makes a difference. So then I would then follow up with an audio message. Thank you, Tony, for accepting my connection request. Really, really chuffed. And then I'd also straight away write a line of text, so you've not just got a blue line that says you've got an audio message. So I'd then write something under it immediately, and then it looks like it's the same message. And then it gives you a point of reference and me a point of reference, or rather you a point of reference. When you look at all those blue lines, you know which one relates to something else. Again, simple stuff.
And to anyone who's on the call who doesn't know about audio messages or doesn't know how to send them, that is from the mobile app. When you go to send someone a message, you have on the mobile app the option of clicking a microphone and then recording a 60-second message to send someone that then appears as a voicemail. But I know a lot of people who only use LinkedIn on their desktop, sort of scratching their heads about, what's all these voice notes about.
It's definitely something that you have to use on like the mobile. Although if you've got an iPad, I tend to use Clips. I tend to use that app, and I just tend to have a photograph and just tend to talk over it, or even a quick video. But if it's audio, it's just a one, like slide and just talk over it. And again, you upload those as part of your ongoing chatting with somebody. So most people, when they connect with me, I'll send them my why template, which is how to fill in your whole kind of profile, and that really just stands for, the W is who is your target, what problem do you solve, the H is how do you solve them and what history you've got, the Y is what yield of working with me is, and the utility What is my category of one? And I get them to think about that themselves while they're constructing their profile. So
Really?
I don't bombard people, but there's enough. And then I would send them a postcard or a talking postcard where there's a message on the card that they click on, and it's me talking to them again. So again, the audio thing comes in. It's all these touchy, auditory, sensory things. And then once we've got to that point, so if I connect with somebody on a Monday, they're sick of me by Wednesday. No, they're not. About a fortnight later, we probably get to do the phone call, or even quicker if they like the card or they like the audio. So again, my VAMP process kind of delivers the conversation, and by that point, I've social solved, not social sold. If you see what I mean. So yeah. I've solved their problem. They know what it is that I do, and I've addressed their issues, which is what your profile should be doing. So your about section should stand for address business owners' underlying triggers. It's not about you. It's about the problem they have and how you solve it.
Terrific advice. Thank you.